know you need it. From antiques and collectibles to soaps and candles, vintage to brand new, one of a kind and custom made. You'll discover all kinds of treasures at the Valley Vendor Mall. Open 7 days a week. Stop by and see what amazing things you'll come across. Plus, booth rental is still available. Be sure to follow us on Facebook for more information. Visit the Valley Vendor Mall in the old Voschel's Furniture Building, Route 14 between Vienna and Williamstown.
Hi there, I'm Brianna Stevens, and are you looking to buy or sell a home? Keep it simple and sell with Stevens.
You have to have harmony in music as well as in real estate transactions. Let us make real estate music together.
We at Exit Riverbend Realty are so grateful that you've entrusted us with all of your real estate needs. We have 2 locations at each end of the bridge. See you soon.
This is a great league. There's no game that's safe. Every night is like playing an NCAA tournament.
There are tremendous players in our league.
Setting the bar for women's basketball competing in the Big Ten Conference.
Look at all the great players in the footprint of the Big Ten.
You'll learn what you'll do on a job site. You'll learn all the different things that go into like the job site, like all the things you'll need to know, like stick, MIG, TIG, flux core.
You'll get certifications, you can get internships. The welding program at Wood County Technical Center is getting me ready for a career.
Murray's will replace damaged insulated residential glass and a 10-year guarantee on seals from the manufacturer. Replacement units are made right here in the USA. Murray's, your trusted source for replacement glass for 75 years. Murray's, the area's exclusive Opti-AIM certified ADAS recalibration center, will replace your damaged windshield to OEM specifications. Get back on the road knowing the job was done right. Contact Murray's, your ADAS recalibration professionals.
Whether you need a complete makeover or just some finishing touches, Almost Heaven Hair, Nails, and Tanning in Parkersburg can have you looking your best. We now have unlimited tanning packages so you can keep that summer glow all year long. If you're pressed for time, we can also do spray tans. Plus, we still have all the services you've come to love, like hairstyling, manicures, pedicures, teeth whitening, and more. Call for an appointment today. Visit us on Facebook or just stop by. Almost Heaven Hair, Nails, and Tanning, Rosemar Road in Parkersburg, your full-service salon.
Tired of the usual fast food options? Ditch the burgers and fries and eat clean on the go. I'm proud to introduce Mother's To Go Kitchen. It's a grab-and-go solution for your fast food blues with ingredients that are clean, fresh, and locally sourced. Choose from healthy and delicious ready-made soups, salads, sandwiches, wraps, and sides. Just remember to look for our new display case, and next time grab something fast and healthy.
Eat clean on the go with Mother's To Go Kitchen, now at Mother Earth Foods. Shop with confidence.
If you're in search of a unique gift or an original piece to finish your own special collection, visit the Rustic House Antique Mall. Over 30 vendors across 5,000 square feet of clean indoor space, featuring glass, vintage clothing, primitives, furniture, recycled yard art, and so much more. New items arrive daily. Shop in person or join us for live sales Mondays at 6 p.m. on Facebook. The Rustic House Antique Mall, 2909 Murdoch Avenue in Parkersburg.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Williamstown High School, where CAS 45 presents high school basketball. We've got the Belpre Golden Eagles and the Williamstown Yellow Jackets. Little boys action for you, presented by Staley Law and Mediation. My name is Brian Guthrie, alongside Joe Oliverio. Joe, we've got what is potentially a good matchup. We've got Belpre coming in at 5-4. They only won 5 games last year, so they're feeling pretty good about themselves. Won 3 straight, 4 of their last 5, but I don't know that they've run into any team quite like Williamstown. 3-0, and they have literally mowed through their 3-game schedule.
It seems like their margin of victory for Williamstown's about 25 points on those 3 teams that they played. Talking the coach there, looks like they kind of anticipate this school being in the football playoffs, so that's why they've only played 3 games to date, to try to allow the football season to wrap up, which ended up with a state championship football team.
It didn't end too bad. Yeah. So those 3 games we're talking about for Williamstown, Tyler Consolidated, they beat by 50 back on the 13th. Then they beat a very good St. Mary's team by 30 on the 20th. And went over Ravenswood by 27 right before Christmas, led by a different top scorer every time.
Yeah, Cruz Isley, Jaden Bryan, and then Parker Schramm comes through on that last game with Ravenswood.
And Coach R also told you, notice in the win over Ravenswood, they'll run 11 guys out in the first quarter. You're going to see a lot of fresh legs and new numbers early on.
And it looks like they'll just keep coming because the Belpre bench looks to only be about 10 players there compared to about 13 or 14 for that Williamstown crowd.
Belpre started a little slow this year with 2 straight losses to Alexander and Warren. Then they a win over Nelsonville York at the end of November. Lost to Caldwell, and then they seemed to turn things around. A 30-point win over Meigs. They dropped a tight win to Federal Hocking before winning over Wellston, Eastern, and Fort Fry most recently. Junior Bass pouring in 19 points. Back in that win over Wellston, Tucker Liston put in 43 points for the Golden Eagles, tying a school record for points in a game. So there's some height on the Belpre roster. There's some scoring potential from a couple of guys on this roster. Williamstown would be well served to not look past this Belpre team.
Right. Is this a trap game for them, maybe? Probably not, but it's the start of wrapping up Christmas, getting ready to go into New Year. So let's just see what happens and plays out tonight.
Kind of that dead week between holidays. It's easy to kind of get lost in there. But as we talked about for Williamstown, 3 different guys have led them in scoring in 3 different games. Cruz Isley, 14 points and 7 assists against Tyler Consolidated. Jaden Bryant had 21 points, 16 of those in the first half against St. Mary's to be top scorer. And then Parker Schramm put in 21 points in the win over Ravenswood. Another thing that kind of jumped out at me against in the Ravenswood game, Williamstown forced 16 turnovers. If you're going to give them extra possessions with the ball, it's going to be a long night.
And you mentioned Parker Schramm. I saw where he was the 2A player of the week last week for West Virginia. So nice turnout against the Ravenswood thing, and Parker's having a good run at it.
Don't forget, these are this team is only a year removed from being a state champion back in 21. As we look across the wall here on the other side, there's a lot of 21s and 22s in a lot of different sports. You mentioned football, boys cross country 21 and 22, girls cross country 20 and 22, tennis 21 and 22, volleyball 21 and 22, boys basketball 21, girls track 21 and 22. So this is a school that expects a lot. So a good season usually ends somewhere in Charleston.
Somewhere in Charleston or on the island, as they say. Looking also at the Williamstown's roster, the Jackets appear to have 3, maybe 4 seniors. So this is a very young team that's going pretty well coming through the game.
And a lot of height on this roster, too. I'm seeing sophomores that are 6'3" and 6'4". I don't know what I'd do with myself if I was 16 years old and 6'3". I don't know what I'd do with myself now if I was 6'3".
I jumped off one of those jump things and tried to dunk and got scared when I got up there. So
we're looking forward to a great game. Head coach Scott Sorrow for Williamstown, Coach Ryan Leisure for Belpre. Again, we're presented by Staley Law and Mediation. Thanks to Jim and his crew for sponsoring high school basketball this year. And our scoreboard presented by One Community Federal Credit Union. We've had a really fun season thus far, and looking to continue that trend tonight as we are getting ready for Belpre and Williamstown. It is a packed house here in Williamstown, which you could expect. The JV game didn't go so well for Belpre. It was 10-all at the end of the first quarter, and it ended up being a 21-point win for Williamstown, 53-32. But we're wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, full of people here at Williamstown High School getting ready for this game. And this is when you would typically say, well, it's not a typical rival. They're so close. Why not play?
Right across. That's right.
Why not play? So we'll take a timeout and get you back here ready for tip-off. Belpre and Williamstown boys basketball presented by Staley Lawn Mediation on CAS 45.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk. He was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
I would describe it as a hands-on class where we learn important skills that help with firefighting, hazmat, with our EMT.
Even if it's not something they plan to use as a career, it's still a great class.
Have you been considering replacing your home comfort system? Grog's Home Services has a holiday deal for you. We're offering up to 20% off a new heating and cooling system when you install this holiday season. That's right. When you get a new heating and cooling system installed by Grog's Home Services before January 1st, you'll get up to 20% off. This is one holiday offer you won't want to miss. Contact Grog's Home Services today to learn more about this incredible offer.
Think Penguin, think Grog's.
Back here at Williamstown as the Belpre starters are coming out. 12, Tucker Liston. 21, Blake Church. 25, Derek Liston.
6'4" sophomore center, number 32, Junior Bass.
Junior Bass poured in 19 against Fort Fry their last time out.
Forward, number 34, Chris Copen. Head coach for the Golden Eagles is Ryan Leisure.
Oh no. Coming out to Biggie.
First off, the sophomore guard, number 24, Cruz Isley. And our junior, number 30, Peyton Butch.
Remember, these are the starting 5, but we're probably going to see about 11 of them here before the quarter's over.
Number 2, Parker Graham. And in the middle, 6'4", junior forward, number 32, Gavin Lindley. And forward, 6'6", senior, number 14,
Alex Irvin, I remember from the game we did here last year against Ravenswood, he is a very dangerous shooter.
So those starters for the Yellow Jackets were number 2, Parker Schramm, number 14, Alex Irvin, number 24, Cruz Isley, 30, Peyton Bunch, and as you said, number 32, Gavin Lemley.
And do you want to say the officials? I know the officials.
The officials are A.J. Collins, Pat Flora, and Chase Marshall calling the game tonight.
Feel free to evaluate as the game goes on.
No evaluation tonight. Brothers in crime. They look fit enough to get up and down the floor in a very fast game.
Alex Irvin is in the circle with Chris Copen. A couple of 6.5-footers in there.
Marshall with the toss up, controlled by Jackets.
Cruz Isley will start up the offense for the Jackets over to Schramm, now out top to Lemley. Isley will try the right side. It's not there. Almost lost it. Here's Alex Irvin. Floater along the baseline is good. And Alex Irvin has the first bucket of the game.
14, Alex Irvin.
Little press from the Jackets broken by the Eagles into the front court. Off kilter shot. Junior Bass gets the putback. Can't get it to go. Going to be cleared by the Jackets and Parker Schramm. Junior Bass had a good look at it. Couldn't get it to go. Schramm going to get called for the charge.
Foul number 2, Parker Schramm, his first, team first.
His first, team's first. Job, I didn't catch which Belpre player took that charge, but
I was already signaling the player.
Good job standing your ground in there. Belpre's got to hustle. They'll get it across the timeline. Into the front court is Church.
Heavily guarded, trapped in the corner.
Here's Bass in the lane. Out for a three-point attempt. This is Tucker Liston, and he'll have the first points of the game for Belpre. Lemley in the lane. Will kick it out to Bunch. Out top to Irvin. Over to Isley. He'll sling it into the corner of Lemley. Trapped on the baseline, and he'll have to move it back out to Irvin. Irvin will try and find some space. Not a lot there. Out top to Schramm. Schramm will hoist the three and gets it to go. That's 5-3 Williamstown. Good ball movement there from the Jackets, Joe.
Belpre's doing a nice job of breaking his press.
Lemley will go to the floor into the front court. And it's going to be a turnover and go to the Yellow Jackets. A lot of contact.
Just because of the throw out of bounds, not the contact that was there. Schramm will bring the ball up. Getting the play from Coach Sorrow.
No substitutions yet. But I'm sure they're coming. Irvin over to Bunch. Back to Schramm. He'll hoist another three and back-to-back triples for Parker Schramm. He's got 6, and it's a 5-point Jacket lead. And Bunch with the steal goes to the rack and will be fouled and go to the lane for 2. Foul's going to go on Derek Liston, his first, team's first.
Foul number 25, the Eagles. Derek Liston, his first, team first.
And that press results in his first turnover.
At that point.
5'9" junior Peyton Bunch drops the first one. 9-3 Jackets. They're on a 7-0 run right now. Make it 8. More pressing from Williamstown. Belpre can't get it into the front court.
Picked by Isley.
Quick pick by the other way by Copen. He'll get it out ahead to Tucker Liston. Liston will lay it up and in and draw the foul.
Fouls on Lemley there.
Foul number 32, Gavin Lemley, his first, team second.
Good job by Tucker Liston to take that one all the way in. We'll see Cruz Isley come out, and Lewis Goodnow will come back in, or come in for the first time. Goodnow, one of those football players we talked about.
Got that football look, doesn't he?
Tucker Liston has all 6 Belpre points.
You're ready for the Yellow Jackets, number 12.
Can see why he had 43 against Wellston.
Jaden Bryant has checked in for Williamstown. Good now, just gets it across the timeline. Hands off to Irvin. Out top to Schramm. Schramm, nice dump off underneath to Lemley and a whistle.
Foul's going to be called on Liston. That's his first.
I think they're getting Blake Church for that one. Lemley will go to the line to shoot two. Can't get the first one to go. Lincoln Joy will check in for Schramm. So 3 substitutions so far, under 3 minutes into the game.
And Lincoln and Lewis have the same kind of hairstyle, so we're going to have to really work hard.
Not the man bun.
You got number 10 and number 0. So.
Lemley hits the second, and we'll see Lemley come out, and Dylan Ashley will come in. So Alex Irvin, the only starter left in for Williamstown, as they'll keep that press on with 4 sets of fresh legs. Quickly into the front court is Church. He goes down to the ground again, over to Copen. Copen lost the handle going to the rack. Quickly back the other way is Goodnow for Williamstown. He can't get a shot off. Church was in the way, and we've got a whistle. Just out of bounds?
Just out of bounds.
Foul?
No foul.
Good hustle by Church to get back, though. And Irvin will inbound underneath his own basket. Into Ashley, out top to Goodnow. They'll work it around the arc, back to Irvin. He'll drive the lane and going to get some contact going in, and he's going to go to the line to shoot 2, and I believe that is going to go on Junior Bass. Nope.
Tucker Liston.
His first, team's third. 4:45 stop clock first quarter, and Alex Irvin hits his first freebie. He's got 3 points tonight. Scoring with the clock stopped is how you get into heaven, and Alex hits them both.
That's why they call them free throws. Free of time, free of effort. Oop.
Picked on the inbounds, but Goodnow can't control it, throws it back out, stays with Belpre. And Irvin will check out, and we've got a completely different set of Yellow Jackets on the floor than what we had at the start of this game. Carson
Hill comes in, 44.
Tucker Liston. Trap comes, gets it over to Bass. Bass will bring it across the timeline back to Liston. Tucker will pull up from the elbow, and he'll drop that one, making it look easy. Tucker Liston has all 8 Belpre points. Says back the other way, Hill's layup won't go. Going to be pushed by Copen. 1 on 4, and he can't get it to go. Bryant quickly the other way. It's going to turn into a track meet here shortly as Ashley out top, checked by Church. Over to Bryant. That one is off the rim. Bass collects it for Belpre. 13-8 as we cross 4 minutes to go in the opening frame, and the press has come off. Catch your breath.
Blake. Looked like Blake was kind of glad that press was off. He could bring it up slowly.
Bass drops it to Copen in the corner. Back to Bass at the elbow. He'll lean his way into the lane. Nice shot, but it doesn't go, and Ashley clears the rebound for Williamstown. Nice fake by Hill, but he throws up an air ball. Church has it. He'll slow it up and wait for some reinforcements. He'll drive the lane, had an open look, can't get it to go. And Ashley again collects the rebound. 2 missed layups on back-to-back possessions for Belpre.
Out front to Goodnow again, pass it around.
Zone from Belpre, turnaround jumper is off the mark for Bryant, and Copen will have it for Belpre.
Not many offensive rebounds on either end of this game right now.
You're getting one and done on your possessions. Belpre slowing it up a little bit here, as we'll see substitutions coming for Williamstown. As Liston tried to go in, he'll get hacked, and he'll go to the line.
Foul number 4. Yellow Jackets, Dylan Ashley.
Dylan Ashley picks up his first.
Tucker Liston will go to the line for the second time. Hit his only free throw so far. And I jinxed him. All right, so a bunch of dudes.
Isley, Irvin, all coming back in for Williamstown.
I saw Bass is out, Ferrier is in for Belpre.
And number 5, Jacob Ferrier.
Liston putting up the second free throw. Swish.
Tucker Liston has all 9 for Belpre. They're down by 4. Bunch into the front court, lost it underneath. Stays with Williamstown. Now Lemley will come back in, and Hill will check out. Doing hockey line changes over here for the Yellow Jackets. Irvin, nice kick out pass. Isley lost it on the way
That
up.
might stay. That tapped off on defense, so we're going to stay with Williamstown's ball. Nice work by the crew underneath official.
You don't have
Didn't
to
really
be nice
get a
to
good
the refs.
look, so he goes out to the center official.
Irvin, his second bucket of the game, he's got 6. Presses back on, it creates another turnover. Isley with the short jumper, his first bucket of the game.
24, Cruz Isley.
We're back to the press. Church into the front court over to Spencer, who has just checked in.
Long range.
Liston from the parking lot doesn't get it to go, but Copen gets it back. He'll take a long jumper. It's not there. Liston gets it back. Here's Spencer over to Copen. Another 3 is off the mark. 3 shots, no goals.
Isley bringing the ball up.
Irvin
Passes
for 3.
it back.
Off the mark. Rebound from Schramm. Cross court to Bunch. Got his man in the air and got the shot off. Bunch has a bucket. And Belpre wants a timeout. At 1:37 on the clock, it is a 10-point Williamstown lead.
Looks like Coach Sorrow had an opportunity to talk to that starting 5 when they were subbed out about how to do that press a little more effectively.
Yeah, it's, as soon as, when all 5 had finally come out, the press came off. When all 5 had come back in, moving back on. Belpre is doing, I'm not going to go as far as to say a good job. They're doing an admirable job, considering the pressure that they're under to get it into the front court. But, Joe, it's as soon as you get it across the timeline, you got to make those possessions count. They're missing a lot of open looks.
And they're hitting the front of the rim, so they can't be tired right now in order to be hitting the front.
Even when, not even the jumpers. You're getting in for layups. You can't give Williamstown points. Well, you're not giving them points, but you're
giving them possessions, which certainly is leading to points.
Yeah. You saw where I was going.
I knew where you were going with that.
You're picking up what I'm putting down. It's fine. 10-point lead for Williamstown out of the Belpre timeout. And the press is back on. Here's Ferrier. Sweet mullet from Ferrier, by the way. Irvin picks his pass, though, and he will lay it up and in. Alex Irvin has 8 in this opening quarter. Tucker Liston will bring it up the floor for Belpre. Over to Church. He'll fire the 3. Well off the mark. Kicked out of bounds. Williamstown basketball. Line change for the Jackets.
Good no. Joy. And Carson Hill entered the game for Williamstown.
Ferrier out, Copen in for Belpre. Nice rip by Church. Draws all kinds of contact, and it is going to be a foul on Good now. It'll be his first.
Foul number 0, really good now. His first, team 4.
Blake Church, 5'9" junior for Belpre. We're seeing all kinds of hustle out of this kid tonight. There's Spencer to trigger it in. Gets it into Tucker Liston in the corner. Creates some space, can't get it to go. Rebound Bass, he can't get it to go. And again, a pointless possession, literally and figuratively for Belpre. Irvin will drive the lane, lost the handle, kicked out of bounds by Spencer, goes with Jackets.
And the number 4, Dylan Ashley, number 30, City Money.
Ashley and Bunch back in. Lemley and Irvin back out for the Yellow Jackets. Derek Liston will check in, and Blake Church will have a seat for the first time for Belpre. 46 seconds on the clock, 21-9 Williamstown. Pass skipped into Ashley, now top to Goodnow. Over to Bunch. Back to Ashley. He'll drive the lane, almost traveled with it, but he doesn't. We'll see Bunch fire a three. That's off the mark. Rebound Bass.
Triple coverage on that rebound.
25 seconds on the clock as Copen brings it into the front court for Belpre. 22-21. Here's Derek Liston trying to find some space baseline. Out to Spencer. He'll fire the three, and that is good.
Nice first bucket for Spencer tonight. Get a three.
5'10 sophomore hits his first shot of the game, I believe.
Yes.
And cuts the lead to 9.
2 seconds left.
Turnaround fadeaway at the buzzer is no good, and we will go to the second quarter. Williamstown leading Belpre 21-12. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Remediation on CAS 45.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure from anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
Possession arrow will go with Belpre to start the second quarter.
First quarter leader for Belpre was Tucker Liston with 10, looks like, and Alex Irvin with 8 for Williamstown.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Copen in the front court for Belpre. 21-12. Belpre has had some real good looks, can't get him to fall. Here's a turnaround from Bass, he shorts it.
Schramm bringing the ball up.
Williamstown will clear it into the front court. Underneath, I don't know how he got that one to go, but he did.
Jaden Bryant picks up his first basket.
Press back on from the Jackets. 2-on-1 for Belpre with Spencer and Bass, and Spencer will lay it in. He's got 5. Belpre stays within shouting distance here. A minute into the second quarter. Williamstown doing a fantastic job ball movement. You can tell this is a well-coached team, and that's and execution's fantastic as he throws it out of bounds.
Well, it got tipped out, so therefore
that's not on me. That's not on me.
It wasn't a turnover. It was good defense.
Isley tries to sling it into the lane. Bass got in front of it, and it'll be a turnover. And Bass just about lost it again, trying to get it over to it's Derek Liston. And into the front court, and a whistle.
Alex Irvin's going to pick up a silly little foul. A little too aggressive on the guard and coming across the division line.
His first, team's 5th. Ziah Spencer triggers it in to Derek Liston. Back out top to Spencer between the circles, working against Schramm. Little give and go with Bass, and Spencer off glass and good. He's got 7 off the bench. 23-16. Irvin just about lost it. Isley will slow it back down. Schramm from the elbow has to get rid of it to Bryant. Three on the way, off the mark, knocked around underneath, and Bass will have it. Junior Bass throws touchdown pass to Tucker Liston, who gets it blocked underneath, but Spencer keeps the possession alive for Belpre.
Decide to pull it back up and set up a play now with that one.
Good looking court length pass though. Tucker Liston out top. At the elbow, spins around and has his pocket picked by Schramm.
Schramm in.
Transition,
Easy
and
for
Schramm
two.
is good. Timeout Belpre. Or no? A timeout or a foul? What's just happened?
Probably a warning for touching the ball.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I bet. Because we haven't reported any foul. After that made bucket, defense has got to let the ball alone. Or offense. Travel. Travel by Blake Church.
What was a good-looking pass, though.
Well, when you take 4 steps, you're allowed to make a good-looking pass.
Yeah, it's a Euro step.
Euro step.
I think. Is that Belpre keeping it within 9. Despite a stifling defense from Williamstown. Shot short underneath, but collected by the Jackets. Thought he got it off the Belpre player, but it's going to go with the Golden Eagles.
Lake and Joy tried that, throwing it off the foot.
Must have been on the end line when he did it.
Because from our vantage point, we have a clear view of nothing.
We're courtside, baby.
We can see the division line. We're going to have that over and back call very well.
Nice pass,
Oh,
and no
couldn't
bucket.
finish it.
Oh.
Blake Church almost with a.
That's highlight reel stuff, but it didn't go in. Is good now. Lost his footing, but gets it back out. Schramm, good now.
Good now to Joy.
Bunch. Back to Schramm.
You can tell Schramm wants to pull that trigger, but.
Yeah. Spencer's closing out on him, pretty good on defense. Good now. Not lost the handle, back to Schramm. Got Church in the air, still didn't shoot it. Here's good now in the lane. Rims out, no good. Chris Copen with the rebound for Belpre. Nice pass underneath to Bass. In and out for his shot. One and done for Belpre again. Good now. Has the numbers. And a block going to be called on Church. Good now, went in knee first. But Church is going to pick up foul number 2.
Foul number 21, Blake Church, his second.
And the Belpre coaches would like
just an explanation.
A little bit of an
that
explanation. Not how I thought that would go. Good now on the line for the first time tonight with a 9-point lead. This is the first.
Ashley coming in for Williamstown.
Hill also in.
Placing in for Lemley. Good now, getting ready to take his second free throw shot. In
that
and
one
out.
rims out, rebounded by Liston.
Oh, touchdown pass, missed it. Spencer was heading that way. And
gonna have a foul as brought it in the front court.
30, yep. They both wanted to call it. No.
21 or 12? Who's calling it on?
It's going to be on 30.
Foul number 30.
There you go.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you, Bunch, his first, team 6.
16 fouls for Williamstown now. 3:56 and miscommunication on the inbounds. And we're going to go, that's how you get a raspberry. And Bunch underneath is going to get fouled by Church. He was just kind of stuck with nothing to do.
Foul number 21.
That's going to be three on Blake Church.
His third, team 5th.
Peyton Bunch at the line for the second time tonight. Hit both of his free throws already. He's got 4 points. And he's got 5.
equals number 26-5. Derek Liston.
26-16, 10-point lead, make it 11.
Bunch has 6, as Church has had to check out for Belpre. He's been their main ball handler through most of the game as Bass gets trapped out at midcourt. And Goodnow makes the interception and rejected on the other end by Copen. Good defense from both squads here. Ashley will fire the 3. It's off the mark. Liston had the rebound, and I think we're going to get a foul on the Jackets. And that's going to be, that's going to put Belpre into the bonus.
Peyton Bunch picks up his second.
And Belpre is into the 1-and-1.
14, Alex Irvin. And number 2, Tucker Schramm.
Schramm and Irvin back in for the Yellow Jackets. 3:32, stop clock, second quarter.
Guess if you need somebody to shoot 1-and-1, Tucker Liston at the line doing it's probably your best bet right now.
4, 5,
For
6,
Belpre.
7, 8. I have him with 9 points, but none here in the second quarter. And he gets the first one to go. Liston 3 of 4 from the line tonight so far. Got them both. Lead back down to 9. Good now. He'll split the defense and nice layup. Copen just about lost it. Head to Derek Liston, to Tucker Liston. 3 on the way. Off the mark, Bass with the rebound. Turnaround putback blocked. Loose basketball picked up by Hill. And Hill will lay it up and in. Hill's first basket of the game. And the Jackets going on a little bit of a run. Tucker Liston out top with Church on the bench with 3 fouls. Now Derek Liston. He's caught on the Williamstown bench, picked up his dribble. He'll get it out to Copen between the circles. Got past his man, nice drop pass to Bass. And Bass will lay it in and get the foul. Bass, his first basket of the game for Junior Bass.
That foul's going to be charged to Alex Irvin. He picks up his second. Junior Bass goes to the line for 1 free throw and 1.
6'4" sophomore. And I'm in, for a sophomore, he's got some skills. He's going to grow into over the next couple of years as he misses his free throw. Trying to give a guy a compliment, he misses a free throw. Nice dish underneath as Bryant misses the layup. Tucker Liston collects it. Closing in on 2 minutes to go in the opening half. Liston waits for reinforcements, tries to hit a cutting Copen and instead picked off by Ashley. Into the front court, over to Isley. His pass will be knocked away. And now we're just getting sloppy with the basketball. Schramm trying to get a double dribble call. I don't think you can lobby for a call and get that very often.
Not often. Because they don't let the referee shoot.
Copen trying to get some space, pull-up jumper is good.
That's his first 2 for the night.
Another 6'4" sophomore.
While we're
Chris
writing
Copen.
it down, Williamstown's bringing the ball up the court quickly. Isley.
Into the corner to Hill. Hill will drop a floater.
44.
For Hill. Leads out to 11. Seems like every time Belpre has a chance to get it inside 9, Williamstown's not having anything to do with it. Tucker Liston's 3 off the mark. Bass with the rebound. His putback is good. Junior Bass has 4 points. Lead back to 9 is closing in on 60 seconds to go in the second frame. As Ashley kind of weaves his way through and we got a foul call.
Foul number 32.
Junior Bass picks up his first.
The Yellow Jackets number 10, Lincoln Joy, number 32, Gavin Lemley.
Joy and Lemley back in for the Yellow Jackets. Bass his first foul, team foul 6. 1:02 left on the clock. Isley will lob it in to Bryant. To Joy. To Lemley. Lemley. Space to move, and Bass picks his pocket. Ferrier comes the other way for Belpre and almost gets his pocket picked, but gets his shot blocked by Lemley. And Williamstown will come back the other way. I'm getting tired just watching this.
Watching. Over to Isley, little foul.
That's going to go on Derek Liston, I believe. It'll be his second. Team 7.
Puts Williamstown in the bonus.
Isley, 2 points tonight. First trip to the line. 35 seconds on a stop clock here in the second quarter. 33-24. And Isley missed it.
Missed the first one, stays at 2 points for the half.
Lemley, or excuse me, Liston to Liston. No call, Bass with
Follow
the
up with
putback,
a
and it
Bass.
goes in. And Junior Bass has come alive here in the late second quarter. 7-point Williamstown lead. Here's a 3 from Bryant, and that's good. Jaden Bryant hits the triple. He's got 5. Quickly the other way. Liston over to Ferrier. Lays it in with 2 seconds on the clock. Jacob Ferrier, the senior, with his first bucket. And the horn sounds, and that's how the half will end. Williamstown still ahead, but Belpre putting up all kinds of fight. 36-28. We'll take a timeout, come back, and run through some scoring for you here. It's halftime, 36-28. Williamstown leads Belpre. You're watching high school basketball, presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
I was in a traffic accident. I went from working 70 to 80 hours a week to all of a sudden being stuck with 2 broken legs in a wheelchair. The scariest thing in my life. I thought I was just going to be alone, start losing everything that I've worked so hard for my family. And when I met Jim Staley, he sat me down, we were able to talk. He was very nice, explained to me the process we were going to take and how he was going to be able to help me and my family going forward. And the fact that somebody will fight for you is pretty inspiring.
You'll learn what you'll do on a job site. You'll learn all the different things that go into like the job site, like all the things you'll need to know, like stick, MIG, TIG, flux core.
You'll get certifications, you can get internships. The welding program at Wood County Technical Center is getting me ready for a career.
I would describe it as a hands-on class where we learn important skills that help with firefighting, hazmat, with our EMT.
Even if it's not something they plan to use as a career, it's still a great class.
Have you been considering replacing your home comfort system? Grog's Home Services has a holiday deal for you. We're offering up to 20% off a new heating and cooling system when you install this holiday season. That's right. When you get a new heating and cooling system installed by Grog's Home Services before January 1st, you'll get up to 20% off. This is one holiday offer you won't want to miss. Contact Grog's Home Services today to learn more about this incredible offer.
Think Penguin, think Grog's.
36-28 at the half. Ryan Guthrie, Joe Oliverio, happy to have you here. Williamstown, we knew coming in that they were going to run a bunch of guys through the lineup. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, and the scoring sheet pretty much reflects that. Parker Schramm with 8, Alex Irvin with 8, Peyton Bunch with 6, Jaden Bryant with 5, Carson Hill with 4, Cruz Isley with 2, Lewis Goodnow with 2, and Gavin Lemley with 1. For Belpre, it's basically been a 2 or 3 man show. Tucker Liston with 11, 9 of those coming in the first quarter. Nasiah Spencer has 7, 4 of those coming in the second quarter, and Junior Bass has 6. And then Chris Copen has chipped in with 2. But Joe, Belpre has left 20 points out there with good open looks.
Junior Bass should have every bit of 16 points with the number of rebounds that he's getting in there and putbacks, but they're just not falling for him. But he hasn't gotten frustrated. He stayed within the confines of it. He's looking forward maybe to the second half.
Let's take a look at some highlights from the first half. Here you see Parker Schramm, one of his 2 triples he hit back in the first quarter for Williamstown. But it just a frenetic pace back and forth for both teams. Williamstown really trying to dictate the tempo as we see Tucker Liston getting a wide open look down at the other end and getting the and one on there. Like we said, Belpre has gotten their open looks, and Tucker Liston has made most of his fall. But Williamstown, when they've been allowed to dictate the tempo, this defense just turns you into panic mode.
And it just seems like the defense has 2 or 3 defenders on the ball at all time. It's not just a one-on-one. Really interesting zone coverage.
There you see Irvin picking one off again in the that half court or full court press. Belpre, when they have broken it quickly and gotten some really good looks. As there you see Spencer take it up and in for Belpre. So many missed opportunities there.
Spencer to Bass, back to Spencer.
That's a beautiful give and go right there.
That was that one. It was he turn around, spin, put it up opposite hand.
Yeah, I usually miss that one in the driveway.
But while they're celebrating, Schramm's going down the other end.
Yeah, just Williamstown, their defensive pressure. Here we just see a bad pass.
Watch this. Seems like we get everybody on the floor.
Everybody hits the floor. I can hear that
real
one.
Quick to pass it back up.
Here we see Bass getting trapped, but like I said, if Williamstown can force you into panic mode and create chaos, they'll create turnovers and they'll create points off those turnovers. There's Goodnow going in and laying it up and in for his bucket in the first half.
Goodnow likes that drive to the bucket.
It must be the man bun. Here we see Hill with 2 of his 4 of the first half. And good passing here at the very end of the quarter for Belpre over to Ferrier. He gets his first bucket of the ball game. 36-28. It could be a lot worse. It could be a lot closer.
It feels like it's closer, and then every time we look up, it's a 10 to 11 point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
We'll take a timeout, come back, get you ready for the second half. 36-28, Williamstown leads Belpre. You're watching high school basketball, presented by Staley Law and Mediation on CAS 45.
They say you get what you pay for. Hi, I'm David Haas. At Morrison Incorporated, that's 450 years of combined HVAC experience on staff. That's choosing equipment precisely engineered to deliver the best operation and highest efficiency. Correctly installed by a factory-authorized Bryant dealer, so your warranty's valid. And it's a fully stocked warehouse so we can fix any brand 24/7, 365. Because breakdowns don't just happen when it's convenient. Morrison Incorporated, always ready. Whatever it takes since 1961.
At Premier Dental Group, dentistry is an art. Dr. Chad Bush grew up in Parkersburg and is passionate about his hometown.
We'll make you proud of your smile.
Dr. Erica Bailey, also a Parkersburg native, loves her hometown and volunteers in the community.
New patients are always welcome.
From general dentistry to the most innovative treatments, they offer the very best to bring out your best smile and confidence. Experience the art of dentistry at Premier Dental Group.
At One Community, we know you're spending more time at home lately. From snow days to sick days, One Community has you covered. With our online banking and mobile app, you can manage your accounts, pay bills, make deposits, apply for loans, even open a new account. It's easy, safe, and secure. From anywhere on your time. So stay warm, stay well, stay home. Visit onecommunityfcu.org to get started now. One Community Federal Credit Union, ready for your future.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law and Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
At the half, it is 36-28 Williamstown leading Belpre. Brian Guthrie, Joe Oliverio courtside here at Williamstown High School. Here's where I ask you to put on your coach hat, Joe. Locker room adjustments. What are you telling each of these squads?
I think Coach Sorrows probably told his guys keep the pressure going and try to make sure they concentrate on Bass a little bit more in the post because he's getting a lot of rebounds and he hasn't been able to make it. I would imagine Coach Leisure is saying, get the ball inside to Bass.
Before they start guarding him closer.
And the pressure that Williamstown's putting on them, as we said at the break, 2 and 3 players are on the ball, which is making it difficult to see the open man downfield or down court.
And I feel like I'm beating a dead horse here, but get an open look, put it in.
Just, yes. Quit. It's right there.
It's right there.
You're getting bunnies.
Yeah, you're missing layups.
So as we get ready to start this, Bunch looks like he's going to throw the ball into Isley's been very quiet this first half with only 2 points.
We'll start the second half here. Williamstown with the arrow. 3-0 Williamstown, 5-4 Belpre. Into the front court, Schramm for 3 is off the mark, and rebounded by Copen for Belpre. So 1 and done for Williamstown on their opening possession. Belpre back the other way. Here's Bass out top. Church playing with 3 fouls for Belpre, has it out top. And they miss him when he's not on the floor. And he goes in, draws all kinds of contact, and that's a charge. Did I mention he has now 4 fouls?
Foul number 21.
And he's going to have to sit for probably most of this quarter.
Most of this quarter, which is sad. You know, you have 3 fouls. Last thing you want to do is take a charge right there.
Irvin over to Bunch. Out to
Nice
Lemley.
man.
Irvin thought about the 3, instead will drive it in and lost it. Now we're going to have a tie-up, and that's going to go with Belpre. Nice job by Neziah Spencer to kind of catch that ball coming from behind him. And he will trigger it in against Irvin. Gets it into Derek Liston. Pressured by Schramm, but they'll get it into the front court. Back to Liston. There's Bass. Nice power move underneath for Bass. He's got 8, and the lead is down to 6. I love the.
So it looks like Coach Leisure listened to me.
Schramm thought about the 3. Spencer closed out on him. Now Bunch kicks it out to Irvin. Just about lost the handle on it. Now we got a loose ball down on the floor. You go to the ground with Bass and a whistle. We're going to go foul.
Foul.
On whom?
Referee's going to get together and talk that through a little bit.
Who you got? Who's your money on? Going to go on Bass.
And much to the chagrin and displeasure of Belpre.
Bass is second. Williamstown keeps it. Nice pass into Lemley, and he lays it up and in. Lemley's his first bucket of the game, 3 points. And the press from the Jackets with an 8-point lead. Closing in on 6 to go here in the third quarter. Here's Tucker Liston. We got 2 Listons. Now Derek Liston.
Pressure was so hard on Liston that he didn't see Spencer on a breakaway uncontested that could have been in there.
Threads the needle underneath to Copen, who lays it up and in. He's got 4 points. And it's a 2-possession game. I don't mean to sound surprised, but that's as close as they've been for a while. Here's Schramm for 3, and he drills it. Parker Schramm's got 3 triples tonight. It's another one. He's got 11 points, and the press is on. Here's Derek Liston into Copen. Tries to get it to Tucker Liston, but Isley jumps in front of it and creates the turnover. Irvin will go baseline. Kicks it out off the double team to Bunch. Now back to Isley. Spinaroonie! And misses the layup. Lemley cleans it up.
Gavin Lemley for that 2. Strong rebound up.
Derek Liston picks up his 3rd foul and puts Lemley on the line, who is 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Looks like we have subs coming in for the Jackets here. Goodnow, Joy, and Jaden Bryant. Looks like Joy will be coming in for Lemley after he makes.
Southpaw Lemley, he rims in and out, no good. Knocked out of bounds and stays with Williamstown. Schramm will trigger it in for the Yellow Jackets underneath his own basket. Into Joy.
No!
Picked and Liston. Derek Liston's going to take the old headbutt right to the chops.
Goodnow's going to pick up his 2nd foul and a little aggressiveness.
Never been part of a head-to-head collision out there?
There wasn't a bunch in my head to hurt.
Liston had it knocked away from behind. Ahead to Irvin, 1-on-3 break, and he will be fouled. Couldn't get it to go.
Copen's going to pick up his 1st foul. TAP guy almost got in that play.
Alex Irvin will go to the line, 8 points in the first half. 2 of 2 from the line. Make it 3 of 3. 6'5" senior Alex Irvin. Hits them both. A timeout, Belpre. Second timeout.
Irvin picks up 10 points, 4 from the line, so that's pretty good for him.
So just like that, we go from a 6-point game to a 13-point game. And it's Belpre is again getting their chances, and they're just not converting on it. And the defense, particularly between the circles, you know, in the middle third of the court for Williamstown, has really been stifling.
And you just, like I said, you've seen Spencer head down there, you've seen Liston open, but the 2- and 3-man defense, the Yellow Jackets are putting on Belpre, they can't see the whole court. So they just kind of get that clustered, frustrated dribble kind of pattern to them. And they're probably thinking, we just got to get across the division line in 10. We'll worry about the front half after we get there.
$45-32 as we check that One Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard. Here's Derek Liston, the inbound. Belpre to go the length of the floor. Bass to Liston, to Tucker Liston. They can start their half-court offense now. Spencer out between the circles, checked by Irvin, who's got about a foot on him. Here's Derek Liston. Picks up his dribble back to Spencer. Trying to find some space. Belpre's not attempted a lot of threes tonight.
Got a mismatch underneath with Goodnow on Birch. Or Bass.
There's the mismatch you were looking for, and Goodnow's going to pick up foul number 3. Team foul number 2 for the half. And Goodnow will head to the bench as well as Irvin, Isley, and Hill back in for the Jackets. 4:39, stop clock, third quarter. Belpre had it to within 6 this frame. Williamstown on a bit of a run right now. Tucker Liston.
Still man-on-man coverage.
Copen jumper is off the mark. Bass tips it to Spencer. They can't get their hands on it. Loose ball goes with Williamstown, and the Belpre fans are not terribly pleased with that.
I think the Belpre coach is just leaves like, you got to be kidding me.
There's a touch of frustration over there on the Belpre bench.
He's trying everything he can.
Ball movement from the Jackets, fantastic as Schramm hits the floater. He's got 13. The lead is 15. Spencer trying to find some space to operate against Schramm. He'll get it to Copen. Copen runs into his own man on the baseline and travels. Floor spacing, Joe. Floor spacing.
Spencer was defending on that play.
Almost. He did a great job. Creative turnover.
Copen's just like, man, I was going through there. Why'd you get in my way?
Here's Bryant for 3 off the mark. Isley had it, knocked it out of bounds, and it goes with Belpre.
Not one Yellow Jacket back. They're all pressing.
Nobody playing safety.
And they get the...
That's why Schramm, though, lost it. Derek Liston has it, working against Joy. And he will throw it away, picked by Bryant. He'll try to go cross-court to Schramm, but Spencer picks it.
Meanwhile, Copen's down here all by himself, just like, guys, nobody's down here on
in the orange. I'm the one in the orange. Here's Bass. He's going to go right through Hill and lay it up and in. Junior Bass has 10. Bass went for 19 against Fort Fry back on the 21st. Williamstown going to slow it down a little bit. Schramm cross court to Bryant. Over to Hill in the corner. Back out top to Schramm, and he will back it out. Inside 3 to go. Jackets by 13. Nice floater from Parker Schramm.
15 points for Schramm on the evening.
Belpre breaks it, 2 on 3, but Hill knocks it from behind. Saves it in to Tucker Liston, though. He can't get it to go. Fight for the rebound underneath. Here's Isley. I thought he was going to end up in her lap. The breakaway basket laid up and in by Bryant. He's got 7. The lead's out to 17.
Tempo is just furious right now. And it's going to be off his foot.
Copen lost it. Williamstown ball. Schramm will sit, and Ashley will come in for Williamstown. Just a frenetic pace here. In the Yellow Jackets, we'll see Jacob Ferrier check back in for Belpre as Chris Copen comes out. Hill will come out for the Yellow Jackets and Irvin back in. Team with state championship aspirations in the Williamstown Yellow Jackets is a 3 drilled by Bryant, his second triple of the night. He's got 10 points, and the lead is 20.
20, balloons to 20.
And a whistle on the floor as Tucker Irvin goes down. Is that going to go on for Tucker Liston?
12. Jaden Bryan, he's going to pick up his first.
Team 4. 3.
Team
3.
It's kind of interesting. 6 minutes into this quarter, we've only got 7 fouls with the pace that it's going.
Yeah. It's Tucker Liston. Nice floater. His first bucket of the quarter, he's got 13. And as he goes, the Belpre offense goes, it seems. And a block on the floor, and that's going to put Bunch on the line to shoot 2. Spencer picks up his first, team's 5th.
Foul on number 30.
And Bunch will go to the line, 4 for 4 from the stripe this evening.
Can you say 5 for 5?
I can.
But we can't say 6 for 6 because then we'll jinx him and that'll be the one he misses. So he's got one more.
I like to think that I'm important enough.
And there it is. 6 for 6 from the line for Peyton Bunch.
Press stays on, and Tucker Liston wide open underneath the basket. Calls for it and gets it. He's got 15. Trying to keep Belpre in it as 3 on the way from Bryant. Rattles in and out. Farrier had the rebound wrestled away from him by Alex Irvin. Irvin gets it back in the corner. 3's off the mark. Tipped up, rebounded by Bryant. Bunch will fire a 3. That is off the mark. Bass has it. Bass going down the other way. 2-on-2 with Tucker Liston. Liston gets it to go and draws the foul. 3 quick baskets from Tucker Liston. And the lead's back down to 16.
Looks like that foul might be on Ashley. Picks up his second foul.
3-4. I have Tucker Liston 4 of 5 from the stripe tonight.
That's what I do too, and that's and it stays
4 of 6.
4 of 6.
That's called good math.
They're single digits.
Yeah,
that works.
that's why I can do it so quickly. Wyatt Powell has checked in for the first time tonight.
Under a minute
The
to play in
varsity
the
squad.
third.
Powell had himself quite a game in the JV contest that Williamstown won by 20. Inside 40 seconds to go, third quarter. Farrier at the LKC symbol goes back out to Liston, over to Tucker Liston. Tucker trying to get some space against Bunch. Bass comes to set the screen. Liston has to kick it back to Bass. He will drive in, kicks out to Spencer. 3 on the way. Messiah Spencer drops the triple.
Picks up his 10th point. 10 seconds left.
Foul between the circles and timeout
Coach Sara wants a
Williamstown.
timeout.
Their first of the game. 8 seconds left in the third quarter. Again, Belpre got this 6, 7, 8. The lead was 8 at the half. Belpre got it to 6. It got as high as 20.
Now we're 13.
Now we're back to 13. So Coach Sorrow just saying, let's do something smart here and end this quarter the right way.
Well, you never know when this play might be needed later on with a tight score. So can't take those timeouts with you into the new year. So let's just use
Situational
one right
basketball.
now.
It'll come into Schramm. He'll bring it across the timeline. He'll pull up the 3. Back iron, no good. Put back is good and a foul. Lemley gets the putback. He's got 7. As Derek Liston picks up foul number 4.
Foul on number 32.
Gavin Lemley, 1 of 3 from the stripe. Maker 50%. 7 in the second half. Heave at the buzzer is going to be off the mark. And we'll go to the fourth. Williamstown 59, Belpre 43. You're watching high school basketball presented by Staley Lawn Mediation on CAS 45.
I sincerely hope you never need my services because my firm represents people that have been seriously hurt in automobile accidents. I'm Jim Staley, and I've seen the devastating effects that those accidents can have, not only on those who are injured, but also on those who are at fault. Don't drive distracted. Put down the phone. It can wait until you get where you're going. Staley Law Mediation, advocating for victims of serious personal injury.
I would describe it as a hands-on class where we learn important skills that help with firefighting, hazmat, with our EMT.
Even if it's not something they plan to use like as a career, it's still a great class.
Jacket ball to start the fourth quarter, leading 59-43. Brian Guthrie, Joe Oliverio courtside here at Williamstown High School, where the Williamstown Yellow Jackets have begun to pull away from Belpre as Alex Irvin hits his first basket of the second half. And now a whistle. And did Belpre turn it right back over or no?
Yes, they did. Alex Irvin picks up his 12th.
Farrier is out as Copen is back in. For Belpre, Derek Liston, number 25, has 4 fouls. 21, Blake Church, we haven't seen him since the beginning of the third quarter. He has 4 fouls. I would think you put Church back in and just go for as long as you can go. As Lemley lost the handle on it out of bounds. Goes back to the Golden Eagles.
Point lead, and the intensity is still there for kick.
Bass tried to get it over to Derek Liston, and it was kicked away. Belpre has played admirably tonight against a relentless Williamstown defense. They've
not gotten frustrated.
No, they haven't gotten reckless or chippy or anything like that. They've had a lot of shots just not fall. Here it comes. Williamstown ball, I thought we were eating that one. It's a whole lot of basketball players headed right for your full speed.
I'd rather see him in the paint than right here at our table. Isley bringing the ball up again.
Here's Irvin, over to Schramm. He'll light up another one. Can't get it to go. Bass collects it. Junior Bass has played well underneath. Had 6 quick points in the paint in the third quarter as Schramm comes from behind to knock it away from Tucker Liston, stays with the Golden Eagles. But Bass has not been able to get anything going consistently here. I don't know if he hasn't been able to get position or they just can't get him the ball because they're having so much trouble out top with this Williamstown pressure. Schramm picks off another
3-on-1.
Irvin will take it in, and if that's on Derek Liston, he is done. As Irvin stays down on the floor, now he's back on his feet. And I think that's going to be it for Derek Liston.
Foul number 25. Derek Liston, his 5th, team 7.
Team foul 7. Irvin with 12, 4 of 4 from the charity stripe tonight. And we'll see Church come back in. His 4 fouls, comes back on the floor for the guy who fouled out. And Irvin makes his first miss.
Alex Irvin.
18-point lead.
18. Second one is good.
Thrown away.
Another turnover.
Church trying to get it up the floor in a hurry. Just a bit outside. He tried to corner and missed. Saw that one was going, did you? Here's some pressure.
Major league action.
Here's some pressure from Belpre as 2 Belpre players collide. That's going to leave Isley open for 3. Long rebound out to Bass. Church open on the other end. He will lay it in and draw the foul on Irvin. Believe it or not, that is Blake Church's first bucket of the game.
Basket is good.
Alex Irvin gets foul number 3.
Number 21, Blake Church.
Church, who started this game, sat most of the third quarter, though. His first basket of the game, more of a facilitator from what we've seen.
Interesting, Isley and Schramm exit the game.
Number 10, Lincoln Joy.
17-point lead for the Yellow Jackets.
Church missed it. Going to be cleared by Bryant. Church out here playing all aggressive with 4 fouls. And the air ball put up by Williamstown. Tucker Liston trying to get the outlet pass on the other end. Joy making him work for it. He finally gets it, puts the floater up and hits it.
Basket number 12, Tucker Liston.
Tucker Liston now with 19 points for Belpre. Quickly the other way, good now. Not challenged at all, he's got 4 points. Liston into the front court. There's a 3 from the wing. And now it's just gonna be pull the trigger when you got a shot. Belpre trying to create some pressure and turnover, and I believe Tucker Liston is gonna get called for that one.
Nope. 34.
Chris Copen.
His second.
His second.
I don't think Tucker Liston has come out of this game.
The foul on number 4, Alex Irvin, shooting 1 plus
I don't believe so.
And for the Yellow Jackets number 4, Dylan Ashley.
Lemley out as Ashley is back in. Irvin misses the first of the 1-and-1, and Bass has it for Belpre. Leads 17. Church will go baseline against Goodnow. Got men in the air and ended up getting a shot blocked. Got it back though. Tries to get it out to Spencer. Irvin's so long out there, but tips it away. Copen collects. Here's Bass. Little turnaround. Off glass, not even close. Joy will press the issue. Nice ball movement from the Jackets. A 3 from Irvin is good.
His first tray for the night.
16 points for Alex Irvin. Tucker Liston back the other way. He makes it go in, trying to keep them in this game by sheer will alone. The lead is 18. Timeout number 3 called by Belpre.
Interesting to look across the way and see our radio guys on that side. They're trying to hold the player onto the court like we were trying to do over here with Junior Bass. It's like,
coming up on our broadcast schedule, we'll be back on the air on January 11th into the new year as we bring you the PHS South Wrestling Duel from the Rod Oldham Athletic Center. Always bring we do one wrestling event a year, and it's always a Crop-Down Showdown. It's going to be that one, and it's always a lot of fun. So join us for PHS and South Wrestling on January 11th. We're back on the basketball floor on the 12th. We'll be back in Parkersburg at Parkersburg Catholic as we'll see the Williamstown girls take on the Crusaderettes. Crusaderettes won both games in the Mario tournament yesterday and today, knocking off Magnolia yesterday, and South Charleston, a quad A team, today. Here's Schramm, lost the handle on it, collected by Ashley, who lays it up and in. Dylan Ashley, his first basket of the game. Puts the lead back out to 20 as we cross inside 5 minutes to go in the ball game. Williamstown not taking their foot off the gas at all. Spencer in the front court drops it to Bass, and it's going to be a reach, I believe, on Ashley.
He'll pick up his third.
Team foul number 6 for Williamstown with a 20-point lead. Again, this was an 8-point game at the half. Belpre got it to 6. Now Williamstown has it out to 20 as Church in and out, no good. And the rebound goes out of bounds. And
Both teams will be in the bonus on the next foul, both teams.
Joe, if Belpre gets half of the shots that have rimmed out to go in, it's a 2-point game. Goodnow drives the lane, can't get it to go, and somehow Hill comes out of it amongst 4 black jerseys. Now Ashley gets his pocket picked by Bass. Somehow Tucker Liston is wide open on the other end, and he will lay it in.
Tucker Liston.
How about 23 for Tucker Liston? Here's Schramm for 3.
Marker Schramm.
4 threes for Schramm. He's got 18. Church trapped in the corner. Now Spencer trapped in the backcourt. They're going to run out of time. And picked off in the front court by Joy. Goodnow wanted it. He's going to collect the foul.
Spencer's going to pick up his second.
Foul spot number 3. Spencer, his third.
That'll put Lewis Goodnow on the line for the second time tonight. Missed both his free throws in the first half. He's got 4 points. Hits the first one. The lead out to 22 for Williamstown.
Good now, 1 of 3 from the free throw line. Can we get 2 to 4?
Nope.
1 of 4.
Open with the rebound and quickly turns it back over. Here's Hill, floater in the lane is good. Carson Hill's first basket of the second half. Church into the front court. He goes to the floor. It's good now, comes away with it again. Basket from the shove, but no call. Here's a 3 from Bryant off the mark. Church had it. Good now knocks it away. It goes with Belpre. That was a flat-out shove.
Good now looks at the official like, come on, man. Say what?
Number 14, Aaron Sherman. Number 32, Gavin Lindley. Number 24, Cruz Island.
And it's...
Could that be a 24-point no call?
Don't worry, there'll be a makeup call, I'm sure.
No
You
makeups.
said that doesn't exist. Bass lobs it to Spencer. Belpre's showing no quit as Spencer somehow got that one to go in. He's got 12. Irvin quickly the other way. He will dunk it. The place goes crazy as Tucker Liston gets it in the front court, pulls up for 3, and a whistle away from the ball. And it's going to be on Belpre.
That time they saw the push.
That will be on Bass, his third.
Foul spot number 32, Junior Bass, his third. Team 10.
And that's probably the first kind of frustration that we've seen tonight.
Team foul 10. So Irvin will shoot 2. So I'm one of those guys that is I don't want to say in favor of, but I'm impressed by teams as Irvin hits the first 2 that say this is how we play. Just whether we're up 2 or we're up 20. This is how we play. I'm going to sub guys 3 at a time. We're going to press, and we're going to make you work for everything that you get.
Let's do
no
us.
matter what.
Let's do us.
Belpre, to their credit, has not
There's another
folded
push.
it in. Tucker Liston hits the side of the glass. Isley gets his pocket picked by Copen, and a whistle on the floor. I think is going to go on Lemley.
Yep, that'll be his second.
Foul number 32, Gavin
And that'll be 1 and 1 now with 17 fouls. And put Copen on the line for the first time tonight. He's got 4 points. But like I said, Belpre's not folded it up and saying, all right, we give white flag. And Williamstown's like, this is what we do.
This is what we do.
We're going to do it for 4 quarters. You can deal with it. Copen hits the first. 2:26 stop clock, 4th quarter. A lead out to 25 for Williamstown. And Copen can't get the second one to fall. Belpre's left a ton of points on the rim tonight. Irvin thought about dunk number 2, but is going to be called for the travel.
He wanted it, but the defender was right there. He's like, I can't step over him, so I'm just going to walk here a little bit.
Our second dunk of the season, as we saw one in the South game.
The crowd does enjoy those.
Yeah, oh yeah. Dude, if I was 6'4", you couldn't stop me. Spin in the lane from Church. He can't get it to go. Rebound Williamstown, but Copen tracks down a loose ball and gets it back to Spencer. Liston. Irvin reaches it in, but Liston gets it back. Nice shot. He is a heck of a player, I'll tell you that right now, and a whistle. I think the official said something to Belpre's coach, Leisure. inside 2 minutes to go. Williamstown still working it around as Bunch has his shot blocked, but Isley there to collect it. Back over to Lemley. He'll lose the handle on it, but collects the loose ball and lays it in. That's about as lucky as you can get. He's got 10 points, 9 of it here in the second half. Church lost the handle on it. Here comes Irvin. Give him 2.
Another one.
Another dunk for Alex Irvin. Nice bucket from Listen. My goodness. This kid's unreal.
And Bass is just like, I'm going to push 2 people out of the way. Just
go plow the road. You shoot away, buddy. Timeout, Williamstown. So we'll see wholesale changes for both teams. I mean, as Bass and Church will check out. We'll see Loudon Wolf check in for the first time for Belpre. Also see Trey McDonald check in. Both of them had quality time in the JV game. Here's Hill. Jumper.
Picks up his 8th point here under a minute.
Tucker Liston from the B. Oh, I can't get it to go. Rebound by Ashley. 30 seconds to go. Here's Hill by himself. So now the bus may be getting warmed up to head back to Belpre. Dropped underneath the Wolf. His turnaround won't go. Rebound by Ashley, and the Jackets will set on it, and that's how we'll end. 87. Is your final. Let me run down some numbers here. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Irvin had 22.
6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 27.
Thank you.
Church with 2, 6, 8, 10.
Looks like Tucker Liston's going to lead all scores with 25.
I got 27.
For Tucker?
Yeah. All right, so let me run these down here real quick. For Belpre, here's what I have. I have Isaiah Spencer with 12, Jacob Ferrier with 2, Tucker Liston with 27, Blake Church with 2, Junior Bass with 10, and Chris Copen with 5. For Williamstown, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Goodnow had 5.
Got Goodnow 5.
Schramm had 18. Ashley with 2. Jaden Bryant with 10. You got Alex Irvin with 22. Cruz Isley ended up the night with only 2. Peyton Bunch with 8. Gavin Lemley with 10. And Carson Hill with 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Yellow Jackets in double figures here this evening.
Death by 1,000 paper cuts is kind of, we said they're going to throw a dozen guys at you. They're going to score, maybe nobody's really going to stand. Alex Irvin kind of got some points here at the end with a couple of dunks and whatnot to get himself over 20. But, I mean, when you've got 5 guys in double figures, there's not a whole lot you can do about that.
No. And like we said, that intensity on that press for Williamstown was relentless and never stopped.
Yeah, they're just really hats off to Williamstown. They're going to be a team to be reckoned with as they're now 4-0 and are yet to play a game that's really been close as far as the final score goes. Again, this one was 8 at halftime, 6 in the third quarter, and ends up being a blowout by the time it's all over. Belpre will fall to 5-5 as we take a look at some of the highlights here of the second half. And just, Isley only had a couple points, but some sweet passes. That one on the inbound right there.
I think we'll get to see those 2 dunks on the replays.
I think they might be in there. As there we see some, again, Belpre had some nice offense, had some good passing. There's Isley.
That was that nice spin move that Isley did. It was like, oh,
couldn't,
come on.
Couldn't get it, but Lemley gets the putback and the foul. But it's Belpre left 20 points on the rim.
Every bit, every bit.
And you can't do that, between the Williamstown's going to get their turnovers. They're going to get their extra possessions. But if you get a bunny, you get a chance at a layup or a short floater, you got to get those to go in.
We did see, speaking of floaters, we saw some really nice couple of them tonight.
Finger rolls. Little George Gervin, little Iceman.
Little Iceman coming.
Where's the dunks? We're waiting for the dunks. Here's a nice breakaway. Here's Bass, a nice pass underneath the Tucker Liston. And I tell you what, I'm impressed as all get out for that Tucker Liston. I can see why he scored.
Bass is hitting those wings out there with Liston, and we saw a lot with Spencer come down the sideline on a breakaway, and they couldn't get him the ball.
I can see why Tucker Liston scored 43 against Wellston as he puts in 27 or 25, depending on who's right with their math.
Sometimes they were happening so fast, it's like, okay.
Yeah, you can't really keep track of who's scoring what. But, yeah, he was very impressive as here's Church on the breakaway.
Oh, no.
He gets it to go. And Church, I think him being in foul trouble really caused a lot of offensive issues for Belpre as he picked up foul number 4 early in the third quarter and sat pretty much all of the third quarter. And he's really a facilitator. As here you see Irvin hitting one of his threes. Or that's the only 3 he hit. But fantastic ball movement from the Yellow Jackets. They work their offense really to perfection, and when they get an open look, it goes in.
It's neat to watch Schramm because you know he's kind of thinking shot, then pass, and he's got that ability and that talent, I believe.
This might be. Yeah, I think this is one of Irvin's dunks here. Yep, there it is. Dunk number 2.
Junior Bass is like, I can't believe you did that on me, man.
Yeah, right on me. Lemley getting the loose ball and laying it up and in. And here's Irvin breaking away. This will be the second one.
Spencer's like, I think, I'm just going to stay
we'll get out of that one.
I saw what happened to Bass on there, and he's got me by a little height and a little pound.
You don't want to be on the receiving end of a two-hander on that one. So a pretty solid wall-to-wall win for Williamstown. Never trailed in this game and really kind of pulled away at the very end. 4-0 on the season. Williamstown now into LKC play as they will play Wirt County in Elizabeth on the 30th. Belpre will hit the road into the new year on January 6th as they will go to Waterford to take on the Wildcats. Again, we're back on the 11th with some wrestling. PHS and South from the ROAC. And then on Thursday the 12th, we've got girls basketball and a fantastic LKC rivalry with Williamstown and Parkersburg Catholic coming up on January 12th. Did you have fun?
I had a blast. Did you have fun?
I always do.
You know, it's a great way to kind of be between Christmas and New Year's. And, you know, like to wish you a happy New Year with you and your family. And look forward to the next time we can share a sideline together.
God, it's scary down here, too.
They look awful big when we're sitting and they're standing.
Yeah, they do. Happy holidays, Joe.
Happy holidays to you, Brian.
Joe Oliverio there, Ryan Guthrie here. Thanks to the entire CAS 45 crew. 87-58, your final from Williamstown. Thanks for watching high school basketball presented by Staley Law and Mediation here on CAS 45.